This is Don't Die Miles here, and you're watching Drinkin with Mo.
All right, everybody, welcome to Drinkin at Mo's. Your host, Big Mo here. I am pretty excited for the show today. I got introduced to this guy on Twitter, and all from a video of him handing out water bottles in a match. Don't Die Miles, how the heck you doing?
I'm doing great, Mo. How are you today?
I can't complain. Things picking up for the show. Had a little bit of a hiccup the other day, but I ended up getting to talk to the one and only Kevin Gill, so I can't complain too much.
Nice.
But yeah, the first thing I like to start off with is what got you started as a fan of professional wrestling?
What got me started off as a fan of professional wrestling is the high-flying style of Jeff Hardy. And I was more into that style of the crash and burn kind of style. I was more into that high-flying kind of style, like people like Rey Mysterio, the likes of CM Punk, and a little bit of like Dolph Ziggler, like the little three of those that tied into the high-flying style of Jeff Hardy. The technical side and the little bit of high-flying style of CM Punk, and like the overall match flow of Dolph Ziggler's abilities as well. Okay. So those three people got me into wrestling as well, and they helped me stay in contact with wrestling after one of them left.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I remember, like, everybody has their own story with it. I know for me, I mean, this might date myself a little bit, but this was back when WWE only had the syndicated programming that was like Saturday mornings or some deal like that. And there are guys like Hogan, Warrior, the Road Warriors. Like, I swear the first time I saw the Road Warriors with them spiked shoulder pads, I'm like, oh. And then I actually got to see them live on a Monday Night Raw here in Omaha once, and I swear I don't think I've ever been on my feet from the time the music hit to the time they went back ever again. And I just love those guys.
Yeah, it's amazing how like people can captivate an audience and keep their attention for a short period of time. It's like the things that we do in that ring is just amazing. To the fact that like we're all wizards, and it's like we're telling the story with our body and our words, less words than we are with our emotional connection with the crowd, and to make sure that we can captivate that within 30 minutes or an hour, or a televised show within 2 hours, and make sure to keep their attention all the time. And it's just like, because somebody put it best the way that it's described to me. Joseph Swartz said that we're all wizards, and it's like we're literally telling people that, like, we're not telling them, but we know that we can show them what we can show them is pain, emotion, and love, and any kind of emotion. It describes as we're just all wizards pretty much, and we're telling a story.
I can see that. You know, you definitely with the facial expressions, like when you're getting slammed or something, you get the facials, and you can really tell, like, you feel for the person.
Yeah.
Another question I had here, this whole stay hydrated, and I mean, it's a good philosophy. You don't want to get dehydrated, but where did that come with regards to your wrestling persona, I guess?
It pretty much just came from like me just, because to be honest with you, it's something that I didn't pick up, but I was just like, one day I'm going to tell people, hey, stay hydrated. And it sort of like sticks, because in a lot of ways in life, you need water to survive. And and water really much runs the earth, and it pretty much it flows. Like without water, we wouldn't be able to survive at the end of the day. We literally use water for every single thing. Cats need water. I need water to literally survive if I'm stranded somewhere. What's the first thing somebody think about when they're stranded in the desert? Water, and ways to make water, and ways to get water. And like we use water for toilets to use to flush a toilet and stuff like that. And we use water to wash out pans and examples for that kind of stuff. And I feel like water is like really, really, really more important than people like. The water is more important than people make it seem out to be. And without water, we wouldn't be able to do half of the things we're able to do today.
Oh yeah, it's very important. You talk. One thing that I remember with the former guest, that Bruce Lee, he had that quote that I forget the whole thing, but it had to deal with, like, you put water in a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water in a teapot, it becomes a teapot. And basically, it's adaptable to surroundings. So he was basically like, be water. Mm-hmm. So that kind of, when you were bringing that up, that kind of made me think of that.
Nice.
One thing, two promotions that I know that you're with before we get into the cat thing, because I remember you were mentioning cats. New Wave Pro and Paradigm. I know New Wave Pro, it's interesting for me because when I was stationed in San Diego with the Navy and water, anyway, the first independent wrestling show I ever went to was for a now defunct promotion down there that was New Wave Pro. And then I saw this one that you're involved with, and I'm like, And then I got into watching, and I'm like, okay, I can get behind this. Because I was like a little conflicted, like, oh man, it's the same. But I know they got a show coming up on July 2nd. The Mob Rules.
Mob Rules, yeah.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to with that show?
It's me, STD, Cameron Saturn, Freddie Hudson versus Anakin Murphy and the best season in the world. And it's going to be, I know it's going to be a tough battle for us, but at the end of the day, we're going to scratch and claw and make sure that we come out with the victory, because at the end of the day, they always stay hydrated, and STD going to keep them boys hydrated pretty much. All
right. Nope, definitely important. I mean, you guys, when you're in the ring there, you can definitely work up a thirst. And,
you're going to literally probably see me on the sidelines drinking water the whole entire match, probably trying to make sure that, like, I can. It's gonna be one heck of a show. I can tell you that for sure.
Yep. And speaking of that, I had a funny little story I was remembering from an NXT house show I went to, and I believe it was Madcap, the guy that's now Madcap Moss, but he had a similar type of thing where he had a water bottle with him, and he went to take a break during a match, and I literally yelled out from Waterboy, "Water sucks, Gatorade's better." And then I literally got the whole crowd chanting, "Water sucks, it really, really." I thought he looked right at me and was like, "You little shit." Oh man, wrestling fans, it's like something you always hope you can do at some point and get a chant going that gets the whole crowd going with it. And I got it, and it was like, oh man.
It's like starting a forest fire. You literally started it, and it took off, and then it just it's one of those things to where it's like there's some of the chants that like sometimes they just die off or whatever. But once you get that really good chant, it's like hard to stop it, but it's like such a good chant. And then it's like it's especially like we come to wrestling shows to be entertained, and then we come to also have fun. So if you can literally have fun with us, it makes the match even more better.
Oh yeah. No, one of my goals that I kind of joke about when I go to wrestling shows is at some point, I don't care if it's the photographer, the ref, one of the wrestlers, if I'm sitting close to the commentary people, getting one of them to crack.
Yes.
At some point. Just something off the wall and goofy. And one time I did, and the show hadn't even technically started yet. I said something when they had somebody in the ring pre-show, and I said, I forget what it was I said, but I got the photographer at ringside just, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. Just coming to shows, having fun, and just going on happy. The goal at the end of the day is literally coming. I don't think of it as a job. I think of it as having fun with friends. Because at the end of the day, we all come out and get distracted, and we all come together for one purpose, and that's wrestling. And that one purpose can make us all love each other and literally have so many emotions in one building, to the fact that where you go, damn, that was a good show. Or damn, that one person made me really feel this type of way. Because we all come to that show and we all make somebody feel some type of way. Either it touched us in a certain way to where we can like relate to that person, or we can just have fun. And it doesn't matter like what's going on in the world. You come back and you're just like, dang, I really want to go back to New Wave Pro show. Or dang, I really want to go back to a Paradigm show. Or dang, I really want to go back to that Tennessee promotion that's ready to come up next month. Like we have to make people comfortable and make people have fun and make people want to come back to see that one person, or come back to see that one promotion or any promotion that they're at, and just literally just have fun, take off with it, and connect with the fans to where they can be like, oh man, what's your next show you're at? Or oh man, what's the purpose behind this? Or what's the pocket? Like it opens up so many doors in so many ways to where like you can just having fun and being yourself. It's just one of those ways. And like with the water gimmick as well, just like me, just it gets my brain going to where like I can have fun with the prop, and I can have fun to where like I'm enjoying the fun.
Oh yeah.
And you can literally see it on my face when I'm having fun, and I'll just like take off and I'm having a smile on my face and I'm loving what I'm doing, because the energy in the room is so uplifting, and it's so, I'm not dehydrated. I'm not like, it's just, I don't know. It's just the feeling to where like I just like never had like a break or whatever. Like right now I'm having a break, but I'm also like missing wrestling because I just want to like have fun again. And like, it's just like, not that I'm not having fun. I'm enjoying my time off, but like right now I'm just thinking of ways to like give people water in different ways and stuff. It's like my wheel is always going, and I have a lot of things to say, and I'm always like thinking when I'm not in the ring.
That is good. I mentioned a little bit ago, you had mentioned something about cats, and I know you had kind of mentioned on my Facebook post sharing about doing this today about your cats. I know my wife and I, we actually have 3 cats and 3 dogs. And you know, the 2 she's had 2 since we met, and then funny story with the 3rd one, she had been talking about getting one, and she showed me a picture, and I'm like, all right. And then she wasn't certain on it, and then I was working evenings at the time, and I come home, and up in this one spare room in our house. The light was on, and I see a cat in the window, and I'm like, oh, what's the light doing on in there? And then closer to the house, and I can see in there, I'm like, that cat's fluffier than our other two. And then I get not even like 1 foot just about on the steps to go upstairs. And my wife's like, babe. And I'm not even saying anything else. I'm like, you got another cat, didn't you? Yeah. Oh, there's sometimes I wonder how. But you have cats yourself?
Yes, I have 2 cats. We have 2 cats. Me and my girlfriend, we have 2 cats. One name is Kitten, very beige cat, and the other cat is black, and his name is Dale. We've been together for about 3 years now, and like, I just took these, like, I didn't take this cat and make my own, but she had the cats before me, and I was like, these are like not having kids, but like these are our babies now. And so like, we literally feed them and talk to them, and it may be weird, but we talk to them. It's like, it's really fun having cats around. I've had cats when I was younger. It reminds me of my cats when I was younger, pretty much. Yeah. And it just brings back memories of me having a cat when I was a kid, and then having like, it comes back around to like me having cats. Me used to having cats and me having cats before. Here's one of them. Hi.
I know, for the most part growing up, I had cats at my parents' house. My dad, for the longest time, was against getting a dog for some reason. And then all of a sudden we ended up getting 2 dogs. And now, since my wife and I met, we got, we got 2 English bulldogs and a Great Dane. And like, I don't know if you consider yourself like more of a cat person than a dog person. I guess if I were leaning one way or the other, I'm probably more towards the dog myself, but I'm not one of those people that likes dogs but hates cats, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I know that one that my wife kind of surprised me with, it seems to have taken a liking to me. Like, I'll be laying down in bed and all of a sudden I kid you not, like, for those that get to watch the YouTube version, it's like right here, like face right. I'm like, yeah. And I'll get woken up by it. I'm like, oh, hello.
That's what happens, man. Like, every single time, like, we would wake up and like the cats would just be clawing at us a little bit and like be in our face and just be like, meow, I'm right here. I'm just like, we're trying to sleep and they're just on us. I'm just like, we get you guys are hungry probably, but we just trying to sleep, and they just hop on us and hop off and hop on us, hop off. But like, they just want some food or cuddles or whatever. And it's like, or they'll just like hop on, just like lay down. It's just like one of those things. Like, one of our cats Dale, he has like his claws sometimes hurts, and he will like jump on us and then he'll start clawing at our chin or our neck while he's on us while we're asleep. And I'm just like, who is this? I just got woken up out of my sleep. Who is this? And he's like right there. It's like, no. I'm like, oh, this is you.
Yeah. No, ours are the same way. I know there's time. Oh, hello. My wife, one of the ones that she had when we first met, so a black one that we call her Boo. And I swear the 3 cats that we have, like, right now we're at my mother-in-law's house because our house is getting renovated. And like, I'll come to our room and like the cats will just start and she'll be like, yeah, they're yelling at you, they're hungry. And I go and I look and I'm like, oh, yep, okay. And it's like they let you know when that dang food dish is empty.
Oh yeah, especially we have this little water machine for them, and it's like whenever the water starts to like be empty, it makes a sound. But then whenever they had their food or whatever, they get like thirsty when there's not enough water. I'm just like, okay, I hear it, but also it still needs to be replenished because they're like meow meow meow. I'm just like, okay, I get it. I'm sorry. I'm playing the game. I apologize.
Yep. No, ours are the same way. I think we have something similar to that for ours. So yeah, it's a fun thing when that dang thing gets empty. Another thing that you mentioned, I know I've heard you talk about working at GameStop and being into video games. Do you consider yourself more of a PlayStation or Xbox? You like
PlayStation or Xbox. I had both at one point. Yep, I had both at one point. Regret that decision. I traded them both in for an Xbox Series X right now, and like I just what I did was got a PS4, trade that in, got an Xbox, like both of those, had both of them, traded Xbox Series X, traded that back in because I didn't have enough storage on it, my dumb self. I traded back in for a PS4, I'm just all over the place with these trying to trade ins and everything like that. So I'm over here back and forth. I think I sat down and I realized I was like, so my brothers and most of my friends are on the Xbox, but I have friends on the PS4, but I've had more fun on the Xbox with my brothers and stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love my friends on PS4 and everything like that, but they have better exclusives on the PS4. Xbox, they have repeating titles on the Xbox, but I have more fun with two of my brothers, blood sibling brothers, on the Xbox. But it's more like I know that my brothers and them, they're not going to get a PS4 anytime soon, or they're not even going to upgrade because they're lazy as crap. And I'm just like, they both have like an Xbox. One of them has a big black bulky Xbox, the first generation of them. Big bulky black one, yeah. And then the other one has an Xbox One S. And then I'm just like, I'm the only one with the upgraded Xbox Series X. I'm just like, I'm telling them to literally upgrade in the group chat. And I'm like, we have to. You have to. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. You'll probably have more fun with the upgraded Xbox than the Xbox you got right now. And it's like, at some point, you have to realize that Xbox is going to crap out on you. And hopefully it does not. But still, it'll crap out on you. Then you're going to be sitting there wondering, what do I have to do to get this Xbox back to working? Or what? Now it's too late.
Yep. I know me, I had a 360 when I was stationed in San Diego. That was back when that was still big. And then I graduated from college when I went back to school after the Navy, and between trading in and some graduation money, I got the Xbox One. And then it came down towards when the Series S and X were coming out. I know I was debating because I'm like, maybe I'll try the PlayStation 5. And then I'm like, most of my games are all Xbox and they're mostly all digital. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll just go with the Series S. And I ended up getting a external hard drive thing for it. So I'm like,
perfect.
Hey, I'm good. And I'm loving it. I mean, I don't have as many people I know that are on PlayStation, or well, more people on PlayStation than Xbox, but I'm like, you know what? I got all my games that I already had. I'm good.
Yeah, that's the way to go. That's why, like, I bought a game drive, an external hard drive or whatever, and then I'm just like, I have all the games that I need. I don't really need to go back and like erase all the games or start back over with a PS4. I'm just like, I hate starting from scratch. But I was just like, I'm just gonna ride the Xbox Series S until the wheels fall off or something like that, and just chill out with my brother and everything like that, or my friends. I have more friends that I know on the Xbox than I did on the PS4 sometimes, and I'm like, yeah. Don't get me wrong, PS4 is great and all, but like, I wish they brought some of the titles from the PS4 to the Xbox just for one time only or something like that. Like, Detroit Become Human on the Xbox would go crazy. That would go crazy.
I know 2 games that I'm familiar with. I've played past versions of that I wouldn't mind coming over is the Spider-Man games and the God of War series.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't mind either one of those coming. And I know the baseball fan in me, I was really excited when I saw MLB The Show was finally not just going to be a PlayStation exclusive. Like, I went and I pre-ordered that thing the moment I heard it was like, oh my God.
Oh, yeah. I got MLB The Show 22 off Game Pass. Like, and then they realized that, like, the online, you could play with, like, 3 people, 3 versus 3 people. And I was like, this is perfect. Me and my other 2 brothers can play this. But we don't play it because it's always crashing. It's always crashing on the online series. I'm just like, okay, we can just play something else. Let's play something else. And then we only play basketball, and that's literally about it. And me and my other younger brother, youngest brother, was like, all right, we'll play Yu-Gi-Oh! Whenever nobody else is online or whatever. But we don't have anybody to play with besides me and him. And then we just chill out and play other games from time to time. It's like, it's just chill, man. Like,
oh yeah, no, I know. For me right now, I kind of split my time in between a couple games. My wife for Valentine's Day got me the NWO for Life edition of 2K22, and oh man,
yeah.
Oh man, and my nephews from Kansas City, they love it every time they come up here, and one of them's like, oh, I feel bad, I can't remember. I'm wanting to say like 4 or 5. I'm a bad uncle for getting this, but every time he comes up and he's wanting to play with me or his brother, and he's like, "Can we play the punching game?" And I'm like, heck, let's go. I mean, for a kid that's mostly just pushing the buttons all randomly, he don't do half that bad.
You got to pin him early. You got to pin him early, hopefully.
Yes. And I like me being the fair person. I'm like, you pick somebody, and then I'll pick somebody that's like a similar rating. So I'm like not having him pick like, I'm not having him pick like Dolph Ziggler. No offense to Dolph Ziggler.
You're good.
And I'm picking like Undertaker. So I'm like, I want to be fair, you know.
Next thing you know, you're gonna turn around, you're gonna pick Braun Strowman.
Yeah, you know, that's why I'm like, you know what, you pick first, and I'll go off of what you pick.
Me and my brother, we always play that game, and it's like, I tried to introduce him into my career, everything, and he started playing it when he didn't have any internet, and then he got upset because Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock was whooping his butt, and I was like, what can you expect, bro? They're legends. What? Don't get upset about it. And he was like, man, I just can't do this my career stuff. I just want to play with you. I was like, I'm gonna still whoop your butt regardless. And then we just play like 6 man and 8 man ladder matches, and that's like our go-to because it's like a lot of people and a lot of chaos going on, and it's like it's way funner because you'll never know because like he gets really excited whenever we play the game. Like, I want to stream on Twitch one day and just get his reaction of stuff. This is hilarious. And he's like, brother, like, he's like, oh man, like he was like Roman Reigns and Brock. I'll put Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar in the match, and then he'd be like, oh man, they really hate each other. I'm like, yeah, bro, it's that kind of party. And it's like I would put people that had like actual feuds in the game, and it's like his whole world's like lights up, and it's like, this is perfect. This is perfect.
Oh yeah, and I mean, this year I'm loving that they finally brought back my GM mode.
Oh yeah,
man. Although my only qualm with it, and I know now with the patch updates where you can put like tag champs, because at the beginning they didn't even have that. It was just the men's and women's title. Yeah. But now put the tag titles. There's some weird way of working around. They don't have it like right off the bat. But I wish they'd also have like the Intercontinental, the US.
Yes.
Like if they could add that, then I'm like, hey, boom, perfect. Time to go.
Yeah, like I wish they added like triple threats, like a fatal 4-way, 6-man tags. Yes. Stuff like they dropped the ball on this one. They dropped the ball. They had it. They had our money. They had it. Mm-hmm. They just couldn't capitalize on the actual SmackDown versus Raw fucking GM mode. And I was just like, oh my god, you dropped the ball.
Yeah.
My rise, like it's cool and all, but we gotta get that mode back to where it was. And it's like the 50 weeks is cool and all, but like I need more time. I need a whole year.
Yes.
I need a whole year. I don't need no 50 weeks. Give me more than that. Give me like 2 years. I'm thinking it's going to be like 2-3 years. I'm like, cool, it's fine. 50 weeks? That's cool and all, but like, and then you got the superstars getting upset because you can't give them a title shot right after they promised it. And it's like so much going on. Me and my girlfriend's playing it, and it's like, we don't get upset about it, but she just like, you just had that opportunity. Why do you need one again?
Yeah.
And then the morale goes down. And it's like who? And it's like the stamina goes down instantly. The stamina is depleted instantly.
Yeah.
And it's just so many things. And like they capitalized on. They brought back the showcase mode. They brought the good My Rise. And they brought my GM. When I first clicked on my GM, I was like, oh, this is gonna be perfect. 50 weeks. No triple threats. None of that. It's 50 weeks. I said. Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah.
I can't bring back the one. I can't bring back what we wanted the most and just cut it in half. I hate it.
So I'm hoping that they, next year, whether it's with 2K or whether it's wherever it's going, because I hear that's up here. I hope that they keep the base of what they had this year, because the base level it's good, but expand on it and put those things that we've been talking about, the other titles, the triple threats and all that in there. You got to add that in, and then boom, you'll have my money every damn year they put that in there.
Oh yeah, that's one of the things where it's like we can only wish that they do that next year, but we can't like expect it. Like we can probably expect it and it probably happens, but something's gonna go wrong. Something's gonna go wrong.
As long as it don't go as wrong as that first year they took the GM mode out and didn't put it in. Man,
at least we're not getting 2K20 glitches and stuff like that.
Oh, man, I kid you not. Every game in the series from like back on the original PlayStation when it was the SmackDown games, I owned at one point or another every single game in the series up until that one. I didn't touch that one because I thought about it, but then I kept like nothing I heard about it was good. So I'm like, I can wait.
You didn't miss out on anything. I had it. It was terrible. It was terrible. I thought they was joking. And I bought it, and I was like, "Hey, they are serious about this. They are dead serious about this." I took one. The dude body slammed somebody. I was like, "All right, I'm gonna go to the rope, do a springboard real quick." He went through the rope and said, "You know what? They wasn't joking, but they said the bad was game. This game was bad." I was like, I went to my career, and I was like, the hair is all messed up, and then my career is like so trash, bro. It's so trash. It was so terrible. They're in the high school. I get that, like, they're going a different path, but it's like, it's so bad. The animation's so bad. The story's so bad. And it's like, where does this come from? Where does this inspiration come from? Who did this? 2K, what are you doing?
Oh man, I'm with you. I remember seeing some pictures and videos of different glitches, like people just acting like they're having a seizure or something. There we go.
There it is.
It froze there for a second. But like what I was saying before, the picture I saw was like somebody had gotten their face ripped off.
Jesus.
And it's like, okay, yeah, not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, I had thank God, because like they didn't create a 2K21, and I was gonna buy that, but it was like it wouldn't be. I knew that they wasn't gonna make one, but I wanted to hope and see if they're gonna turn it around within a year.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't been able to, because there was so much wrong with the game to where like they go into the game, rip out all the guts and rip out all the hardcore stuff, like all the main base stuff, and redo it from the ground up. And that's what they had to do for 2 years. Like, and they just had to do that. And then like every now and then again, you would get glitches with the W2K22, and it's like, yeah, that's acceptable. That'll slide. But like, they have to, on top of all the movesets that is in the game, they have to, on top of that, they have to make the movesets, make the entrances, clean up all the glitches, like abilities, my career, GM mode, play now, communications, all this stuff. And it's like, I understand they got a lot on the plate. All we want is one good year of a video game, and hopefully 2K23 is going to be the next one.
Yeah.
Hopefully. And it's like, all we ask is if you take the SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 / SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 engine and put it in WWE 2K23. That's all we need. The same game. Mm-hmm. Those two was the best years, in my opinion, was the best years with my GM and all that stuff included into it. And it's like, you didn't have the complications of, oh no, this game's on a glitch. Oh no, this game doesn't have enough features. Oh no, it was perfect. It had everything in it, no glitches. Everything's perfectly fine. And I still own those games too as well. Like, I have a PS2, and I still go back and play all those games too. I have SmackDown, Shut Your Mouth. I have SmackDown, Just Bring It. I have SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain. I have SmackDown vs. Raw. I have SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011. And I have all those. And then like I went back and collected all the SmackDown vs. Raw and stuff like that. That was good to me, in my opinion. Yeah. And I just started collecting video games for like my PS2, and like I know that I'm not gonna have enough storage. I know I'm not gonna have enough storage to like put everything on it, but I literally found my memory card as it was cleaning up. I found a memory card, and I was like, I've been looking for this red memory card forever. And then I finally found it like yesterday, I think it was. Perfect.
Yep, I still got my PlayStation 2, and I believe I found some of my Super Nintendo stuff and Nintendo 64. I got that too. When I get my man cave finally set up, all that going down there.
Nice. That's what I'm trying to have one day, is a man cave with like just my video games, stuff like that I collect, and just put it all down in the basement or something like that one day, hopefully. Yeah, I'm literally looking like 20 years in the future, hopefully, and have like a whole house with a man cave, stuff like that. Twitch stream and all that stuff. And like, hopefully one day, fingers crossed, hopefully.
Yep. Right now, I got plenty of decent stuff. to put in there. I mean, outside of the video games, I know I collect autographs, and I'm slowly getting into collecting wrestling figures. Like my main thing with that though is if I know I'm meeting somebody that has one, I'll get it and then have them sign it. And right now I got Hangman Adam Page, Lance Archer, and Jeff Cobb. So like I got a decent little start, and then I'm slowly getting into the Funko Pops. I only got 4.
I only got 2.
I got an Undertaker, I got a Rock, and then I got Deadpool and Tony Stark from the Avengers lineup there.
Speaking of Avengers, have you ever watched Civil War?
Yes.
So I'm trying to watch the whole movie. I keep forgetting, so I'm trying to ask my friend for Disney Plus right now. So I'm like halfway through the movie. I've seen the fighting scene with all the Avengers and everything like that. It was good. I just wish that it was more longer, and I wish it was towards the end of the movie. But that was my opinion. Like, they already fought, and I'm just like, this is the scene that I came for. Now it's already gone. I'm like, what's the point of this movie already?
No, I can understand that. Like, I've seen all of them. Like, I kid you not, I had to have hernia surgery right around the time, I believe it was Infinity War.
Okay.
Or it might have been Endgame. I forget which one of the two. But I was still in my recovery time, and I'm like, you know what? My wife is not going to want to go with me to this. And I wasn't supposed to be driving at the time. So I called an Uber in the movie theater. Because I'm like, dang it, I am going. But yeah, I love those movies.
I just want one movie to where, like, it doesn't matter, like, the beginning. I want from the beginning all the way to the end to where all of them just fight each other for no apparent reason and see who wins. That's all I want.
That would be interesting because, I mean, that is like the eternal argument for, I mean, Marvel or DC really is which characters would win in a fight with the other.
Yes.
And I mean, that argument could go on and on and on.
Who's your favorite Marvel or DC character?
Oh boy. Marvel, I'm partial to, it's a tie between Deadpool and Wolverine. DC, I mean, I'm a little more knowledgeable about Marvel than I am DC, but I'd probably say Batman, probably my favorite out of the because I just love his. I mean, the Dark Knight movies. I loved watching those. One of them actually came out while I was at Navy boot camp, and my family came to graduation, and they're like, "We can do the whole thing's on you. You what do you want to do?" I said, "I want to go see a movie," and we went, and I was like, "Ooh, Dark Knight, the one with Heath Ledger. I'm forgetting which one. I'm forgetting the damn one that was.
But the Joker. The one with the Joker?
Where he played the Joker. Yeah.
Okay, it's the one with the. I know I think I know what you're talking about. My favorite one, I think, when they was robbing the bank.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the one. My favorite one. Yeah. It's not the Dark Knight. It's not the Dark Knight.
Dark Knight Rises, maybe?
I think so. I don't know. It's something about Rising. I think that's about it.
That might have been it. But yeah, we went and saw that, and my brother, I guess, had already seen it. So it gets to that pencil trick scene, and he's like, he elbows me. He's like, dude, you're gonna love this. And then, you want to see a trick? Bam! I'm like, holy fuck.
Oh yeah. I love the Joker. I'm talking about like deeply. I love the Joker. Like, that's one of my favorite DC characters. And I was like, after that movie, I fell in love with the Joker. And I was like, this guy. I relate to this guy. Like, never think that I relate to that guy. But I was like, I relate to that guy like, a lot.
And I mean, for me, when one thing that I guess you could consider a hidden talent of mine is I do certain impressions I do better than others, but I like to do impressions, and I just started doing a Heath Ledger's, and I'm like, why so serious? You want to know how I got these scars?
Perfect.
And then, speaking of impressions now, I've been told I do a good Forrest Gump, but I'm like, I'm my own worst critic with it.
Yeah.
But like, I remember one of my last jobs, we were working with these kids that had addiction issues, and they were having a movie day, and they happened to be watching Forrest Gump right about the time my shift started. So I went in there walking in, and then I started doing lines from the movie in the voice, and they looked at me like, as I was like, Jenny and I went together like peas and carrots. And, that is just something that, I see something, I watch it enough, and then I end up doing it. I guess moving on, one thing that I guess going off of what I just was talking about with hidden talents, I have two categories that I do, where one's a random question round where you just answer how you see fit. The other is a speed round. I name off some people, you give me your thoughts. Okay. And why don't we go ahead and we'll start off with the random question rounds. Any hidden talents?
Hidden talents as in like high school, like I used to do in high school, or is it like there's a random talent that I've just like picked up?
Random talent.
Okay, so I don't really have like a random talent besides wrestling. Not random, but like I don't know. I don't think I have a random talent actually. I never thought that far ahead into life. No, I don't have like a random talent. That's something I look into really.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. What? Going back to our video game topic, what would you say, in your opinion, is the most replayable video game that you have?
So many good video games. Like replayable as like I can play it all day.
Well, that or like that, and let's say you beat it once, but then you go away for a bit, but then you like, you know what? I like that game. I'm gonna pick it back up.
Oh man. Oh. I would say it's so many games that I got. So many games. This is a hard topic. this is such a hard topic because like I got Red Dead Redemption 2 that I'm working on right now, and like all my games on my Xbox I have not beat yet. I beat Smash versus Raw, but I'm planning on picking it back up. Hopefully, I beat Smash Shut Your Mouth, but I'm planning on picking that back up too. And it's like I'm picking that back up, and then I think I beat SmackDown versus Raw 2011, and I've got that, and I'm planning on picking that back up. So I'm like, let me see. Did I beat that game? Oh man, I don't know. It's so many games that I got. You got me right there. You got me. You stumped me. You got me. That's the number one topic that like video games like my number one topic that I like can talk all day about, and I can just like I don't know. I love my video games. I'm a big video game mark.
Oh yeah, no, I'm kind of the same. Like my wife knows if I'm like feeling tensed up, she's like, "Why don't you go play one your new game there? That tends to relax you." I'm like, okay. But you brought up Red Dead Redemption 2. That one, in my opinion, for like myself, that probably one of the more replayable ones because I mean, not only do you got the story mode, which I actually beat it. It's like really freaking long.
Yeah.
But replayable, love it. And then the online. I love the online of that.
It's so good.
Especially if you get the bounty hunter license.
Oh man, I gotta get that. Like I'm trying to get that, and like I gotta do the quest or whatever, and it's so hard to get the gold, bro. It's so hard. It's like, I think it's like 0.38 each mission, something like that. I'm just like, why you gotta be so hard like this? Even the money is hard to come about when you skin the animals. I'm just like, so much. It took me a while to get $100. I was like, what is going on here?
I kind of maybe air quotes cheated a little bit. I went to Walmart and bought one of the download things for like so many gold bars, and then I just went and bought it.
Hey, if it's there, you got to do it. I understand. I like to grind games. I like to earn my stuff. I don't know what. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. Since WWE 2K17, I like to unlock stuff. It's like I like to be that person to go through a career and unlock stuff. And then like it's like the kid in me or the person like the achievement in me is like, oh, you unlock that. Now you get to like wear it or you get to do this. And I'm just like, that's fair. I feel like I've achieved something. It's like my Xbox achievements make me feel something way too. And I'm just like, I love to get those achievements. But still, not to knock you off of your high horse or whatever. But like, okay.
There we go. All right. So, man, I'm editing that shit out. Anyways, you were on the, you like to do the grinding on earning the things like the bounty hunter license on Red Dead Redemption 2.
I'm not going to lie to you. I would love to buy gold bars, but like it takes forever. And it's like, it's so exhausting. And it's like, in order for me to like complete the game, I have to dive fully in it. And I'm like, I got my toes in all my games right now. And it's like, it's hard to just dive into one game when I got like this story going on in this place, this story going on another place, this story going on another place. I'm like, I have about 100 games on my system. Right? I can't beat just one of them.
Yep, no, and Red Dead Redemption 2 is definitely one of those that like if you want to beat it, you gotta like maybe shove some of the other games to the side for a little bit while you try to grind it out on that.
Yes.
Next question on the random question round. Craziest show moment?
I would say so many good, so many craziest moments. I would say I think it was a paradigm show. It was me, Calvin Tankman, and Alice Kane versus Myron Reed, Nakeem Event, and Cash Flow. Me, and it was a 3-on-3 battle, and I've never done this move before, and so we just did it, and it was like a pop-up tornado, like helicopter spin type deal, and it's like I've never done a move before. I just went for it. Calvin's like, just trust me, just do it, just do it. I just did it. He's like, just run and hit the rope and just do it. I was like, okay, cool. And I was just like, I told him, hey, I'm gonna stop you right now. I'm gonna dive real quick. Just do it. It was like, do it. You got this. I was like, cool. I'm gonna just dive. He tossed me up, and I just closed my eyes, and I was like sideways like a burrito, and I was like, I'm in the air. I don't know where I'm gonna land, but I'm hoping I'm gonna land safely. And it was just one of those moments where I'm like, I'm still alive, and I'm just very grateful for all people was in the match with me, and I'm just very like happy to see them where they are now, and I'm hoping to get to that level one day, and just hope to make the people that believed in me proud, pretty much. And one of those moments where I look back on it, where it's like that was literally a moment for me that I'll never forget.
You brought up Myron Reed. That I actually met him at that Warrior Wrestling show in St. Louis. It was him and Dante Leon versus I guess it was a triple threat, or maybe it was a handicap, but it was them against Lance Archer.
Oh man, that sounds fire.
Oh man, it was awesome. Man, that whole show really from top to bottom was probably the best wrestling show that I've ever actually been there. Hands down for me. And I've told the guys there that I've interviewed Steve Tortorella, the promoter, twice now, and once since that show, and I'm like, that show, hands down. And I mean, they had Jeff Cobb versus Jonah. That was
fire.
Oh man, it was crazy. Then Alice Coughlin versus I mispronounce his name all the damn time, but Uemura, I think that's how you pronounce it. But Coughlin did this move where he was sitting down, and then he lifted him up in a suplex move, and then got up with him lifted up, and then did the move. I'm like, my jaw was on the floor. Dragon Bane versus Alpha Wolf. I don't know if you've really seen much of those guys, but holy shit.
Yeah, the things that they're like, I've gotten to a point to where I care, but I don't care because at this point I'm just having fun, and I'm just having fun to enjoy wrestling, and I love wrestling. Where it takes me, I don't know. But people can do anything in wrestling, and I love it. I love it to the fullest. And it's like I'm just here to have fun and enjoy the moments that I'm here, and enjoy the rides that I'm taking with my friends, and be grateful that I can do this wrestling stuff because, 6 years ago, technically 2 or 3 years ago, I wouldn't have probably been able to kept going realistically, because it's got it at that point, it was getting to the point where I wanted to give up at one point, but it was just too deep, and wrestling pretty much brought me back to loving life again and cherishing the moments that I have with my friends, because just enjoying the moments and being present and just being there in the moments and realizing that like you can still make a pretty good enjoyable life out of wrestling and make a good decent decent pay out of wrestling and stuff like that. It's I've realized that like just to enjoy the moment, just be present pretty much.
Definitely good. I know that's one thing I've in a way said with lots of people when it comes to just watching wrestling. And some people getting way too analytical and getting way too overly critical with different things. I'm like, just sit back and let yourself enjoy the show. Because you know what? You're going to have a lot more fun if you're just doing that. Just sit back and let yourself enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next and last one for the... Oh, no. You were about to say something.
Go ahead. We're good.
All right. Last question of the random round. Favorite thing to do on your day off?
Oh, man. So, since I don't have a show this week, favorite thing to do is play video games and try to catch up with my brothers and try to spend more time with my girlfriend and my friends and just try to enjoy the moments again that I have with the people that are in my circle and the people that are around me, showing me support and love. Just being present again. Yeah. And just trying to enjoy the fresh air and just try to enjoy life because you never know one day this road can be cut short and you probably never would have thought how short it can be.
Very, very good way of thinking about it. Just letting the people, care even just by spending time with them. Like, I know, and not to put too much of a damper on things, but a friend of mine that I met when I was going back to school after the Navy, he was a fellow veteran, but after we both graduated, we, like some friends, we might go a month or two without talking. And then, I met my wife, who is now my wife. And then, it had been a while and getting around time to, choosing the groomsmen and all that. And, I'm like, I tried reaching out to him. I'm like, well, I'm not hearing anything. What the hell? So then I go and I pick other people, and my wife could tell that it was bugging me that I hadn't heard from him. And then come to find out, she found a gravestone with his name on it on Find a Grave at the Omaha National Cemetery. And I looked at the dates on it. I'm like, I knew. And it was like little over a month after I had last talked to him. And, it was like I had been to that cemetery, I don't know how many times, visiting other people. And it's like, holy shit. I walked right by his grave and had no idea. So it's like what you were saying about, spending time with, your brothers and your girlfriend and others that you care about, and living in the moment is like that right there is an important thing because you never know when the last time you talk to somebody is gonna actually be that last time. Mm-hmm. Well, to move on to a note, name off some people, you give me your thoughts. And I like to kind of tailor it to the guests, And this I went through, and when I was doing my homework for the episode, I went and picked some people that you've shared the ring with. First one more recently here, John West.
John West is amazing. His style of wrestling is amazing. His thought for the business is also amazing. And like just to be in the ring with him, just to share the ring with him, just to be present with him is amazing because we've been trying to get this match, and we've been trying to show what we can do in the ring, and it happened to just click one day, and we just happened to be at the right place at the right time, and we just literally went balls to the wall, and I loved every single moment of the match that I had with him.
I actually was watching the match, and y'all had a good one. John West is a pretty good friend of mine. He hasn't been to the Omaha area in a little bit, but I was talking with him about the next Black Wrestlers Matter show. I'm like, dude, I've been wanting to have you on for a little bit. How about when it gets closer to time for that show, get you on and we kind of hype up the show a bit. So it sounds like we're gonna do that, because I've heard, out of the couple of them that they've had, I've heard nothing but good things about those shows.
Yeah. I'm happy to be a part of those shows. Like, there's a couple of them that I'm supposed to be a part of. They got canceled, but this one, it feels right because if things fall through, but the people on that card is the people that I want to always have matches with anyway. Like, you got Josh C, you got John West, great people like Tweety Lynn, and just to name a few. And it's I just want to bring my love of professional wrestling to Black Wrestlers Matter and show people that people of color can also be good at wrestling as well as entertaining people and being yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself, because I just want to be present and just be accepting of the I just want to be accepting of people that I've thought that I wasn't accepted by, and just to be a part of Black Wrestling Matter means so much to me, and I'm just very happy to have the opportunity and to express my love is beyond words. I'm just happy to be there.
That's awesome. That's going to be a pretty good show. The next one's in Chicago, I believe, right?
Yes.
Okay, I wanted to make sure I got that right. Next one. And I feel bad because sometimes I mispronounce his last name, but I'm actually I'm recording with him on Monday. Jake Christ. Yep.
Yeah.
So your thoughts on him?
Jake Christ, the same thing. They have a natural brain for the business, and it's they have these ideas to where if something they can help with so much, and they give so much to this business to where they literally give out so much. They breathe, their aura is different, and it's so unique to where it's very hard to come by, and it's very exciting to see and watch and to learn and to grow with Jake Chris and these amazing athletes. It's amazing being in the ring with freaking just Jake Chris. If you don't know who Jake Chris is, watch his matches. This man's been everywhere, and I'm just very happy to be in the ring with him, because I've been watching. I studied him a little bit, and I was this is the guy I'm stepping in the ring with, and I'm just honored and happy to be in the ring with him, because it's I've always wanted to go to certain places, and I wanted to see if I could stack up to to that caliber, the place that I wanted to go, and just to be in a ring with him, he gave me like the validation of you're a good wrestler and you're a phenomenal wrestler, and to be in a ring with Jay Chris is just an honor. It was an honor.
Oh, I'm definitely looking forward to talking with him. I know I kind of reached out right around the time that that little bit of a craziness was going on with IWA Mid-South, and I just reached out and I told him, you know, I know there's some craziness going on. I saw you got a lot of support behind you. I have a platform, and I know you got a lot to say. I'm happy to let you use my platform to say it. And
yeah,
well, as of yesterday, it's looking like it's still good to go. So
yeah, Jay Chris is a good one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Another guy making a way for himself, especially in recently over there in Game Changer Wrestling, Cole Radrick.
My brother. Cole Radrick is the guy that I literally started with, and it's like just to see him go from where we were to where he's going, and it's just like it's like he's Goku on Vegeta pretty much. Mm-hmm. It's like I'm always trying to like figure out ways to be on his level or help or get help trying to be at his level or literally be one step ahead of him. But it's always him being one step ahead of everybody. And his style of wrestling is like so captivating to where like you want to just go like, this man deserves to be on TV. Like, why is he on TV? Like, this man deserves to have the world at his, like, literally, he's deserving to have a contract. To be honest with you, he deserves to have a contract. And it's like, he's that, excuse my French, but he's that fucking good to like have a contract. I wouldn't be surprised if you have a contract within like a year or two.
You know what? I would have to agree. And as far as the language, I mean, me being a Navy veteran, I mean, there's a reason they say talking like a fucking sailor. So
yeah,
but I'm not bleeping it out. So
yeah.
All right. Next one. I know you kind of, I don't know, jokingly asked about why this person was ducking you a while back. JDX.
Yeah, JDX is another good one. Like, he's one of the people that I want to have a singles match with, and I'm trying to make like I'm a big fan of JDX. I'm a big fan of JDX, and I feel like the match with me and JDX, I would have probably give it like 1,000,000% at that point, because I know what he's capable of. And I know that like I'm gonna have to bring my A game. I know that I'm gonna have to be on that top level that he's at, because he's at places and he's going places, and I'm just wishing that I could be at those places. And probably, and I know that I'm probably far away from those places that he's been at, and I'm not in the same league as everybody else. And I just want to have a good match and hopefully live up to his expectations to where like I can have another valid reason to be in the ring with a person like JDX and people that step foot in the ring. And I'm just like very grateful. Hopefully it comes one day. Hopefully I can get a match out of JDX. I'll probably have to like stop and smell the roses at that point.
Yeah, nope, that'd be a good one. And I mean, you talk about him being places. I was rather excited for him here recently, being there on AEW Dark.
Oh yeah,
that was pretty awesome.
That was awesome. Like I watched him at AEW Dark, and it's just like I'm trying to test myself, and I've watched people. I've kept tabs on people, and I've been realizing like, am I at that level yet? I try to question myself. I try to study tape. I try to study as much as I can. And maybe the tape that I'm studying is not my style, but I'm trying to experiment on some of the tape that I'm studying. I'm trying to adapt my style. I'm trying to try different things, trying to try different ways to get into things, get out of things, and trying to add more to my repertoire as well, and try to step up my game to where like I'm gonna have to like probably evolve myself into a giraffe or something like that. I don't know. It's just the number, it's so much athleticism out there in professional wrestling to where like for any person, any style is literally for everybody. And there's joint manipulation. There's a lot of stuff like high flying, cruiserweights, big man. Like there's a little bit something from everybody. And I'm just hoping that I can bring that style and that unorthodox style, that unorthodox, my kind of style. Hopefully people will love to hopefully the kid will love to like I move maybe like the Ranger brother one day, trying on the little kid one day. It's like in the bed or something like that. I don't know. Like I'm at the point to where like it'll be fun to like see, but I have a long way to go still.
No, and I have a feeling you have been doing pretty good for yourself. I've seen, in doing my homework, seen a bunch of the matches like, John West that we talked about, and I'm impressed with everything I'm seeing, and hopefully here soon, people get their eyes on you, and I have full confidence in you.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much, bro.
Definitely. Well, that is about all I have. Because my dogs are trying to give me their little cue that they're wanting to go outside and do their business. So I want to give you the opportunity to plug like your social medias and stuff so people can go follow you and, get their eyes on you.
Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry.
Nah, no worries.
So, Pop Rules, Tennessee. All right. So, happened to the screen. Okay. So, Don't Die Miles on all social media platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok as well. I'm trying to do the TikTok thing. Bear with me. I know I haven't uploaded as much content as possible. I'm just very busy at the moment. I don't know how to work TikTok. I might need somebody to teach me how to work TikTok. I'm trying to work TikTok. It's very weird. I know how to edit videos, but I don't know how to work TikTok. I understand kids nowadays, I don't work TikTok. But yeah, I'm going to be in Mob Rules, I believe, next week. A New Wave Pro, and then Tennessee is we got that for Heroes and Legends. Come out, please support your boy. I will be posting all the match graphics and the posters on my social medias. Please keep tabs on those. There are big things coming in the horizon. Drink your water. Please stay hydrated for me and the rest of the Don't Die crew. Shooters Don't Die. Please hit up your boys, Cameron Saturn, Freddie Hudson, Ron Bass Jr. I love y'all. Thank you so much for having me in your podcast, Mo. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor. Love to do this again one day. Thank you so much.